Listen in as 5 friends take turns weaving stories through the tabletop game of their choice. This is 5 GMs in a Trench Coat.
Hello everyone, and welcome to 5 GMs in a Trench Coat. My name is Tanner. I'll be your GM for today. We'll go on my right today.
Hello, it's me. I'm Tanlin. I play D'vonne.
This is Jesse. I play Titus.
This is Kim, and I play Frankie.
And this is Adam, and I play Jack.
That was beautiful. We should start an a cappella group, you guys. So when we last left off, Frankie and D'vonne had been working on getting a single dragon out of its cage, and were successful mostly, but drew some attention to themselves. There was a whole commotion, and then Jack and Titus met Oris, and Oris is going to help them lie, and I think Jack's going to get a new dragon, I guess, and Titus is just like, well, what do I do with all this weed food? So now...
What?
So, we'll go to Jack. Jack,
Oh, it's I.
you're sprinting, and you see, like, you're like, not paying attention to anything, you're just trying to get there. And you see this dragon, the same one, it's still in the same, like, shape-shifted form, but, like, its left leg is, like, a different breed, you can tell, than the other one. Just, like, and its, left shoulder is also, like, a different dragon breed. Its tail, like, has a little spike at the end that shouldn't be there. Stuff like that,
yeah.
right? And it is circling around, kind of looks confused right now, but then it spots you and is stopped. Are you still running?
Does it look combative, like out the gate?
It's not going to fight you, it seems.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my hand up.
Use the force, right? So, you put your hand up. What are you trying to do?
I am trying to, like, coax this thing back to where, like, we are.
Roll a dragon riding skill.
I got a 2.
Yeah. So you try to coax it towards you, and it stopped. It's not moving. It's just staring at you.
Is it possibly more suggestive because it's loopy?
You want to invoke an aspect for a fate point?
Ah.
And I'll say the answer is yes.
I'll give you a fake point.
What? Can you just give me fate points?
I feel like I've said no in the past, but yeah, I'm a cool DM today, so I'll let that happen.
Today. Thanks, cool DM.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll invoke a fate point and then make it a 4.
Okay, so yeah, the dragon kind of looks at you and starts kind of coming towards you slowly. Are you maybe holding some food out?
Yeah, I'll pull out some food. Just, like, keep backing up and get it to follow me.
Yeah, so you're slowly leading it back. It's going to take a while, but you're slowly leading it there. So while you're doing that, Jack, Titus, you have a bunch of this food with you. You see D'vonne and Frankie dealing with this one dragon. Were you going to do anything? You're just going to watch what happens? It happens with D'vonne. So you'd have to go over to them to,
Yeah, I'll go run over to Tempest, see if I can try to help corralling them.
Okay, so then D'vonne and Frankie, dragon's focused on you. You got its attention. Might even listen to you a little bit.
Period. I'm gonna see if I can get it to stand down, sort of vibe. Throw a little Tweety in the mix. Who knows?
Okay, so roll me a dragon rider skill.
Here we go. Fuck. Yeah, man, that wasn't very good. I'm gonna be so real with you. Yeah, that was a that was a 1.
All right, so it's like it's so focused on you, and you're trying to calm it down, but it's not calming down really. Like it's still like paying attention to you, still friendly with you, but it's pretty scared. Lots happening, and some of the other dragons are starting to make noise now, because they're all like there's a scene happening,
I'm just gonna see if Siren can corral it again. Can I try that again, or would that be just like
No,
stupid?
you can try Siren's Rapport.
Okay. Feeling real. Guys, I'm feeling like I'm not the dragon guy.
But you have to, because the dice feel it right now.
That is a bad. That's a
3.
0. No, I'm using.
Oh, you're using your dragons doing it. Yeah.
So yeah, Siren kind of goes up, and Siren realizes, oh, I can't. He's not responding. She's not responding. And kind of steps back. Gives the dragon some space.
Fuck this dragon. Let out another one. Let's see if we can herd mentality this shit. Dude, I'm so bad at this. Okay.
there's literally no concept of bad or good at this. It is a randomized dice game. You are not bad at anything.
I just want this to work, and it's not. And I'm really upset about it. Fucking, can I try again?
So D'vonne, your mind is like, how am I gonna do this? Well, dragons, when they are together, will sometimes form flocks, and the easiest way for them to like gather into a group is for one dragon to lead, and the other dragons will form around that single dragon and follow them, kind of as like a navigator, right? So, you know a lot about dragons. You could try and leverage that behavior in order to like basically open up all the dragons, circle around the area maybe to like gather them, and then have them follow you as like their guide, their navigator. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but I was worried that this dragon was like being combative, and that if I don't know, whatever. I don't know. That's what I want to do.
Well, the thing is wild dragons aren't getting into a full like blowout match. They'll like, and then one of them will fall into pecking order. So even if you let the rest out and this one is being combative, it'll either take charge of pecking order or it'll lose to another dragon very quickly. Because it's just like real animals. Animals don't get into full blowout matches in the middle of things. It's like very rare that they're gonna have a straight up like death match. There'll be a quick like, oh, this guy's probably a little stronger than me, and bail out.
Okay. Man.
Oh, really quick, I looked up what the word for like a group of dragons is, and it's called a thunder or a flight.
Fuck yeah.
I like that.
A flight of dragons. I like that, Jesse. So yeah, a flight of dragons. You can make one of those yourself. Using your dragon rider skill.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of looking at you and I'm like, do I keep going? Because I obviously see you as a dragon guy. I don't know shit about dragons, obviously.
Yeah, fuck it, let them all out. Let's do this shit.
Okay. So I'm gonna go around and unlock and still listen to Jack and do the angry one last.
Okay, so D'vonne, are you gonna get into the air before the next one comes out?
Yeah, I was just gonna have Siren do it, not with me on him.
Okay.
Like fly up and
Try and
all right.
Okay. First roll me your dragon rider skill.
That's a 5.
It's still really good.
Okay. And then roll me Siren's rapport +2 for that roll you just made. Siren leaps up into the air.
Okay, then that's just a 2.
Okay, so Siren goes up, and Siren is a little small for this sort of thing relative to a lot of other dragons. So it's kind of hard for Siren to like get a lot of people or a lot of dragons behind him. You know what I mean? Unless he starts fighting things and showing off that he is actually really powerful. But unless he wants to do that, you know. So Siren's kind of circling, and as Frankie's opening the cage and dragons are kind of coming out, they're paying attention to him maybe, but they're not like following him. They're all kind of like, their heads are circling around watching him do his thing. Does that make sense?
Can I throw a Tempest into the mix? Can I be like, ayo, like,
Help out.
yeah,
Represent.
get that bitch in the air.
We're trying to intimidate them, right?
No, let me handle this, and I'll give the command to Tempest, because we have a decent rapport, right? I take care of it.
Would Tempest respond to regular commands? Because Tempest wasn't raised by a dragon rider. Tempest was raised by a pirate.
So, that's more of a Jesse question. Is like,
Jesse?
like how would you have raised Tempest? Like, because most all dragon training comes from cavaliers. Now, you can train them a little differently, maybe use different commands and stuff, but the principles are the same. You know what I mean?
Well, because I'm thinking like D'vonne's German Shepherd, right? Like trained cop German Shepherd, and then like someone's dog that jumps on them when they get in the house. Well, two very different things.
So yeah, how disciplined is Tempest then?
Oh, I think one of her aspects is literally undisciplined.
Well, all right. So, I'm gonna invoke that aspect to give you a -2 to your dragon training or dragon riding roll in interacting with Tempest.
It just starts crying.
Yeah.
Jesse, you can either accept my invoking of that aspect and gain a fate point, or you can deny my invoking of that aspect and not gain a fate point.
Yeah, I think she'd be panicking right now because she would never have been able to do anything like this.
Okay, cool. So -2 to your roll, D'vonne. Go for it, buddy.
I rolled a 1.
So yeah, you're like, all right, Tempest, like it's time to do the thing, and Tempest is kind of looking at you, and she looks a little like frazzled, panicked a little bit. I don't know that Tempest has ever been around this many dragons. I don't know that. I think Siren's the only dragon, and I guess your dragon too, Jack. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but your guys' dragons are maybe more used to like being in stables like this. But like Tempest has never seen this before. The first dragons Tempest probably ever met really were the teams. You know, we're gonna cut over to Jack. Jack, it's slowly following you back. You're probably within a you can hear the commotion.
Can I look back and see what's going on?
More or less.
So it's obviously I have some kind of crackpot plan.
Yep.
As I am also probably a little toxined up right now. I keep touching the blade.
I was gonna say, when aren't you?
Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, and I'm gonna like look for like a stick or a broom, like anything I can find, right? Mm. And I'm gonna like I'm gonna carrot stick. I'm gonna make a carrot stick.
Okay. Yeah. Well, roll me a resources. It's not gonna be that hard.
Can I do an investigate to look for a stick?
Oh
wait, no, it's a plus. I got a +1. Unless it's investigate, then I got a +3.
You guys.
I don't know what's going on, man.
We'll it's an investigate.
You're a good TM.
And you find a broom.
This is a stick or something, right?
Yeah, no, we'll say you find a broom. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna make a dangly carrot stick with this broom.
Okay.
I'm still like slowly guiding, like I'm doing it while I'm walking back, you know, just kind of keeping my distance. And I'm like, don't get eaten. And I'm going to swing the broom out this way so it follows the food, and then try to hop on its back and just keep the
roll me
dangling.
A dragon riding skill +2.
Huh. I got all zeros. That's crazy. So I got a 3.
Okay. Roll me an athletics too.
I'm gonna use a stunt.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna invoke that I'm particularly limber.
Okay.
And that I ride a chunky dragon.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Does
Give
it?
me a fate point.
So that goes to a 5.
Cool. So, and roll me athletics still.
Dies. Dies. Actually dies. Hold on. -3.
Oh my god. So, Jack, you swing the carrot on a stick, and you hop on the dragon. But when you swing it, the contraption kind of comes apart, and so you get on the dragon, and it bucks for a second, and then goes and eats the thing.
Do I still have the broom?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start reconstructing another carrot on a stick.
Roll me resources.
Shit.
Adam.
-1.
So you're like, oh, I got this, and then you hear it breathe as if it's done eating. Oh, maybe I don't have. And then it takes off.
Yeah, I'm just holding on.
Yeah, towards the other dragons, actually. And then it jumps up into the air and starts flying. And you guys all see the dragon from earlier. It looks a little weird, but it flies over all the other dragons, including over Siren. Anybody want to do anything?
Do we see Jack?
Yeah, Jack's on his back.
Oh.
This is like a cartoon episode.
Yeah.
All the other fucking dragons are gonna start hurting on that one.
That was my goal.
Yeah,
but I don't have the carrot on the stick.
So nobody's doing anything. I just want to make sure that's what the resolve is.
Can I get to Tempest? I'm running over to. I guess I'll go try to help him.
Yeah. So yeah, you could get on Tempest.
All right, I'm going to Tempe. Let's go get him.
All right. So yeah, D'vonne, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I wanted to so that the little group of dragons that I have in front of me don't go and follow that one that has no real rider. Can I toss some of the treats that I have just into the middle of them so that they keep their focus here and not there?
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't know how many exactly I have. Does it really matter?
It's fine. Roll me a dragon riding again. I'm doing that a lot. It's your good roll.
It is. It's a 5.
Awesome. So, yeah, you throw those treats to the ground, and a bunch of them like flock to them. Maybe like 4, 5 of the dragons like go to those treats, like flock to those treats.
How many have we gotten out so far?
Frankie's got all of them.
Oh, you got all of them out?
Yeah, Frankie's been working on it, right? Like that was my
that's
understanding.
my
Oh,
whole
okay,
thing.
for sure.
I've just been doing that, and I left the key in the one that you said was mean.
I'll get around to that.
Yeah. So I'll get around to that. Sorry, that got me. So a few of the dragons like flock to the streets and start just eating them. Were those the
No,
poison?
I have the 2. You give me 2 toxic ones.
Which
They're in my
pocket was it? I'm just kidding.
They're in this pocket. I reached in this one. I don't know my left from right, but I know my leg from leg.
Crazy.
So, Titus, you get on Tempest. What's your plan here? What are you gonna do?
We're gonna go after Jack, and I don't know, maybe we might have to just make this dragon submit.
So, okay. So, yeah, you and Tempest go up, and Tempest is still a little, like, worried, but, you know, she feels better with you around. It's pretty chaotic now. Like the workers are kind of staying out of the area because they've never had a full, like, you know, prison break of dragons, but, like, they're shouting. The dragons are shouting. Obviously, Jack's dealing with his problem. Tempest, Titus, roll me a dragon riding skill to see if you can catch up.
4.
Awesome. Yeah, so you are gaining on them really fast. Like you fly up, and Tempest is a fast girl, and Titus isn't no slouch in the dragon riding seat either. Mm-hmm. So you catch up real fast. Jack, you hear Titus and Tempest behind you. What do you guys do? You can hear each other. You can talk to each other.
Do you still have some of that food on you?
Yeah.
Dangle it behind you so that way this one follows you.
Okay. Even though it's poisoned?
Don't let it eat it.
Oh, okay. Ah, that's smart.
Also, get it to go closer to the ground so I could jump off.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Thank you. And I realize my hands are off to yell, and I grab back on.
Jesse, roll me a dragon riding skill twice.
3 for the first one.
Okay. Well, that was the least important one.
Can I re-roll?
That's 3 again, right?
Yeah, it's 3 again, but it's not like the important one.
So it's up to you. How would you re-roll? What aspect would you invoke?
Oh, I don't think I really have an aspect that would help.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is it to not let the dragon I'm on catch him?
No, that was the first one. The second one's to make it follow him.
Okay, so I would like to just throw something towards Jesse to keep the attention, to try to get it to keep going that way.
Okay. So what are you gonna throw? And like I know anything, but like give me a.
So I don't want to throw, because I've given away a lot of of the dragon treats I have. Would you say I have any more non-poisoned ones, or are we saying I'm tapped?
You have one left.
I'm throwing that.
All right. Roll me in athletics.
I got a 0.
Yeah, a 0's not gonna do much for Jesse here.
It's so bad.
So Jesse, you and Tempest get in front of this dragon, and it starts following you, and then it starts gaining on you a little bit, and it's like getting it's a little faster than maybe you expected.
Fly faster.
I didn't even think of that.
Roll Tempest's fly, actually, just straight.
Got a 3.
So Tempest is flying fast, but this thing is flying a little faster.
Can I do something else to help?
Yeah, Jack.
I'm gonna take out one of the other ones, like just one of the other treats, like the poison treats, and I'm just gonna smear it on my clothes, and I'm gonna jump off the front of the dragon, and I just gotta like catch me and then leap off. What?
What do you do, Titus?
I'm gonna force us to have good rolls.
I guess I'm gonna try to catch him.
I have like perfect dive form.
All right. Roll a dragon riding skill.
4.
Oh.
Okay. So you swoop down and catch Jack. The sudden change in direction startles the other dragon, but it's still following you. It's a little further behind now. Now roll Tempest's fly again.
6.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So, sorry. So Titus, Tempest is finally going a little bit faster than the dragon behind her. Now, D'vonne and Frankie.
Yes.
All of the dragons have been kind of watching this all happen, but it's also kind of scaring them a little bit because there's a lot of not violence, but
moving pieces.
Yeah, and they're starting to get a little restless. The dragons who were eating those snacks are still distracted though.
You said they're partially trained, right?
Yeah, I mean at least they have to.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is have Simon come back down, hop on him, fly back up, and then whistle to get all of their real loud to get all their attention, and then have whatever leftover treats I have in my hand. Come on, little guys.
Roll me a dragon riding skill, twice.
You got this. You're the guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a 4.
Okay.
All right.
For the first one.
Yep.
A 4 again for the second one.
Okay, so you and Siren take off, and you're fast. You, ironically, were dragon racers, both of you. So you take off and hold the treats out, and it grabs all their attentions because it's kind of closer to them, immediately. And one of them takes off, after you, to follow you. And then more are joining that, right? And then the ones that don't start following this little train wreck over here, Jack and Titus. Frankie, you're kind of on your own here, and as dragons start to leave, some of the workers kind of look confused and start approaching.
I'm hightailing up.
Just go full maximum violence. It seems like that's what you're good at.
I know, right?
Kill everyone.
Yeah, John Wickham. So they're kind of approaching Frankie, and they look a little perturbed.
Like I said, I'm hightailing up.
What do you mean hightailing up?
All right. Trying again.
Roll your magic,
You got
buddy.
This. You got this.
Yeah, we got this.
Let's fucking go.
Let's do this.
Turn it around. Never mind.
Oh man, that's a 2.
The important thing is you do get into the air.
Mm-hmm. I just don't want to be on the ground.
I was gonna say you give yourself some lift, and you're not flying, but you're kind of creatively gliding. You get me?
Yeah.
So you're at least gaining some distance from them. This is a lot faster than straight up running. But one of the dragons, that bull from earlier, has started freaking out from the action around it, and now it's just breathing fire everywhere, including on its cage, which has a wooden top and bottom. And so now its cage is on fire inside. And all you would know, most dragons aren't fireproof, right? They're fire resistant, but it's flipping out.
So,
yeah.
Would I be able to? I'd be take me down. I have a plan.
Okay.
You can leave right after you take me down. It'll be okay.
Okay, good luck, buddy. I'll swoop down.
Full confidence. Drop me at about 10 feet. I'll do a little tuck roll.
Okay, yeah, because I don't think I get stopped because that thing's chasing
Yeah,
me.
no, absolutely. Okay, so I would like to try to do something.
Okay.
There's people approaching-ish, right?
Not you.
Not, but in the area.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take my shirt off as I'm falling, quickly,
Yeah.
and just huck it at someone like I normally do with my jacket.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna take as many trees as I can and just catch and throw them. And I want to tuck roll, unlock, and open it, and just duck behind the part of the cage.
So
I'm trying to
roll me in athletics.
Oh, fuck. I'm not great at athletics. Can I do shoot? Let me do shoot for throwing.
No, that's not the part where.
If I pull my gun out, if I hold my gun while I do this, can I do shoot?
You know what, Adam? Do shoot. I'm cool the end today.
No.
No, I'm cool.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I got a 2.
All right. So, the first thing that happens is you throw your shirt on the person. Roll me another shoot.
I got a 4 this time.
All right. Then you throw the.
Just some food.
Yeah, and it kind of lands on her and the shirt, and it's a little wet, so it's kind of sloppy, but and she kind of falls on her back, kind of stunned, right? You duck roll, and then what do you do next?
I want to finish unlocking it.
How?
The key's in it.
Oh, you left the key in it?
Yeah, because that's what he told me
Yeah,
to
she
do.
stayed
I
with
thought
that.
I was Adam, you fool! I caught you out.
Hey,
No.
hey, baby girl.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I don't make mistakes.
Wait, call me that again.
Baby girl. Can I get a +2 if I call you baby girl? The only mistakes I make are when the dice decide to hate me, and that's not on me. That's on the dice, and that's the universe.
All right, roll me 1 athletics just to get out,
Shit!
dive out of the way of this dragon when you unlock it.
Oh, I got a 3.
you like unlock it and like jump back with the gate, right? And it like you're jumping back and it's like halfway open, and then it bursts out and you get thrown against the cage, not hurt, right, but just kind of stunned. And it goes and rips the shirt off and starts eating it of her. It does not tear into her. It grabs the shirt and starts eating it and the food on it.
Look at that magnificent beast go. It's gonna fall asleep pretty soon, so I'm gonna hightail it out of there. Just start running in another direction.
Without a shirt on?
Yep.
All right. Do you have your jacket on?
Yeah. Well, no, I probably would have taken it off to get the shirt off, so the jacket behind. I'm just.
Okay.
I am going in the direction of where the ship would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Titus, roll me another dragon riding skill and Tempest's Fly, 2 different things.
Okay, dragon riding. That's gonna be a 5.
Okay, so they're still following you.
Fly. That's gonna also be a 5.
Great, and so yeah, Tempest is like keeping pace. In fact, she's probably outpacing these dragon racing dragons, which is impressive.
I give a little side eye to D'vonne.
So,
Whatever.
Tempest, you're doing well. The dragons, there are like 3 dragons following you. One of them is the.
Oh.
Wait, well, okay, so one is following you, chasing you,
Yeah.
and then there are 2 behind it following it.
Oh,
Does that
okay.
make sense? So
Okay,
they're not all going for you.
I thought there was 3 coming at me right now, and I was like, oh, 3 is too many.
D'vonne, the rest of the dragons, which is 8 of them, are following you.
Cool. I'm headed towards the ship.
All right?
Sorry, really quick. I'm not gonna fit on the ship.
Well, I was thinking that we just heard them near as they fly.
I thought you were just gonna take him to the island.
Just straight up.
Yeah, it's only like an hour away, right?
I forgot. How,
dragons on the ship!
I forgot how long the drive was.
Roll me your dragon riding skill first, and then Siren's Fly.
That is a 5 dragon ride,
Great.
and then it's a fucking 1.
So, yeah, you're kind of losing ground to these dragons behind you. Like, you guys might get caught up to, and part of the whole, like, navigation thing is that the lead is supposed to stay in front the whole time without having to, like, it's not supposed to be an issue. So if they catch up to you, some disasters might happen.
Oh, so I should use a fate point then.
Yeah, you need to be fast.
Period. I'm gonna re-roll it then. It's a 5.
Great, so 5 and 5, just like Titus and... So, yeah,
No,
now...
that's a 4. I'm so sorry.
Well, you're a little slower than Titus and Tempest, but it's not that noticeable. Except to maybe you and Titus.
Titus notices.
D'vonne notices.
You guys are heading back towards the ship. Frankie, roll me magic. You're kind of gliding again creatively away.
Yeah.
You're still way behind them, but...
Oh my god. Another 2.
Okay, so you give yourself some more lift and you're going...
I really cannot. It's just.
This is Superman pose, and just cruising.
I'm going towards the ship.
Okay, cool. Jack, you see that. And you see everything in front of you, right? You're all heading in the same direction.
So actually, could I be like dropping treats behind me?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to get that one to follow me and just pass out by the time we get to the ship.
Okay. Roll me a dragon riding skill. That'll determine how many treats you're dropping for it. If you gauge it right, you know what I mean?
Knock it out.
Yeah.
I got a 1.
All right. So yeah, you start dropping treats for it. And after it finishes, you hear behind you, and then it starts like something running behind you.
Just picking up speed, and I
Wait. Where were you keeping those treats?
in my back pocket.
Okay, not in your coat pockets?
I mean, I fill everything up everywhere.
All right.
If you would like me to be out of treats, that's fine.
No,
I
that's
don't.
fine.
Yeah, okay.
I was just checking. So
I'm the pocket guy. Also, I think I wave at Frankie like, "Hey!" Runs faster. So I think I look at you. I'm like, "How close is it?"
I'm not looking. I imagine we both hear it. And it's like, okay.
Hightailing it. Yeah.
The more I don't look, the better I feel about it coming.
So I'll remind you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You both are pretty you're trained, right?
Yeah.
What's your mile times? Because I'll remind you, you're about a mile out from the ship.
comfy, like 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
Love that for you. I have
What?
no idea.
Well, okay, so, Frankie, you are gliding. We'll
Yeah.
say, like, 5 to 6 minutes is, really good. That's very trained. So we'll say, like, Frankie, you guys are probably around the same. You know what I mean? Maybe Frankie's a little faster, obviously, because she's gliding. Can you can you sprint a 5-minute mile?
Is there a dragon behind me?
Is it life or death?
I mean, probably.
Then yes.
Okay, I just want to check.
Here's my question, Danny. Michael Myers is behind you. Can you sprint that whole mile?
That's a great point. Roll me in athletics.
Fuck! Guys, I can't sprint the whole mile.
Hello, and welcome back to the one, the only, the middle of the episode. This week we have an ad from our pals over on Game Master Monday.
At last, I have reached the tallest peak in all the world, where the wisest person lives. Finally, I'll get the answers I seek.
Welcome. I am the wisest person in the world. Ask me your question.
What is my purpose in life? What should I be doing to achieve pure happiness?
You must stream Game Master Monday.
Come again.
Game Master Monday, the bi-weekly podcast that plays a new one-shot in a new system in a new setting with a new cast every episode. Listening to their funny jokes and wild stories is the only path to happiness, my child.
Sick. I'm going to go home and binge the whole thing right now.
What a nice kid. Oh dear, he fell off the mountain. Now they'll never know how good Game Master Monday is.
If you want to check out some really cool indie systems with some really cool casts, and you might hear a familiar voice, and some really cool GMs, I highly recommend you check out Game Master Monday. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yep. Got -2. I trip. Do I trip?
No. Adam, you sound just like me.
Well, I mean, at least if he eats you, then you're probably so full of the neurotoxin that he'll just fall asleep.
It was easy to get to me, and then because I'm covered in like the treats and have them all over me, he's just gonna lick me a bunch. And I'm like, no, this is worse.
Here's the thing, though, is Jack is one giant neurotoxin like treat because he has all of it just in his blood. You know. Roll me another magic.
Alright.
Oh.
A 6!
All right, so Frankie, you finally get the lift you like need to like shoot ahead. So
Pick me up! Pick me up!
so Jack, you see the wind like pick Frankie up, and now Frankie, you can control how your flight. You're basically flying at this point, like functionally, you know. What are you gonna? Are you just gonna shoot ahead?
I feel bad leaving you behind.
I think I like grasp at the wind. Like,
But also, I'm trying to get the fuck out of there.
yeah, get out of there.
So, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
All right, so you're leaving.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you speed ahead. The dragons are gonna get there before you, but you'll get there within the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, I imagine there's the fear of God.
So, Titus, D'vonne, are you guys just heading back to the island? Straight?
Yeah, can we merge our flocks?
That'll be a dragon riding roll from both of you, but you can try.
Is it worth it?
It might be, because then in case one of us has like a bad...
then
Because we
it's-
need someone to be in the front, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing, yeah, so maybe we should, just in case one of us starts falling
one-
behind or something.
yeah, okay.
So both of you give me dragon riding
You
rolls.
can do it.
Got a 4.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a 4.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you guys start moving close to each other. Maybe you don't even need to talk because you've been teammates for so long.
No, I think we're just racing each other now.
But you guys slowly converge, and the flocks kind of do behind the dragon chasing Titus. But you guys are flying neck and neck now, basically. Tempest is slightly beating Siren. One of you could probably break off and it'd be fine. But one of you needs to stay in at all times.
Probably be safer we just stay in, just in case one of us
Both
starts
of us
falling
will
behind.
just...
Yep, sounds good. So are you guys heading straight to the island?
Yeah.
Each of you give me 3 dragon riding rolls. We'll take the higher of, like, you know what I mean, the rolls. What'd you guys get?
2.
4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, so...
No, wait. 6, sorry.
First leg of the journey, D'vonne. So D'vonne, you're taking lead for a lot of this. Frankie, you get back to the ship, and it's kind of, like, everybody's kind of been watching the scene.
Absolutely.
So the ship's ready to go.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I kind of land. I'm like, we're waiting for Jack, and then we go.
okay, so Tandem is leaning over the rail, and he says, so, Frankie.
Mm-hmm. You didn't see that, by the way.
What?
We're not going to talk about me gliding.
Right. But I do see that. And Tandem points to Jack and maybe like 15 feet behind him.
That's what we're waiting for.
Right, but what are we gonna do when he gets here?
I'm sure he has a plan.
All right. Well, my ship goes down. We all go down too. So we don't have a dragon to save us.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, and then he pulls out a flask, takes a swig. Jameson, you might be the captain soon. And Jameson, is off to the side and what? Like, what? Jack, roll me in athletics. You see the ship; it's in sight, but your lungs are burning. Like this is worse than like any training you've ever had to do. And
Oh, thank God. I got a +3.
okay, you're pushing it. You got 200 meters. Roll me another time. Roll me athletics one more time, or 2 more times. Roll me athletics now.
I got a 5.
All right, so actually, you're sprinting and you're like, oh, how am I gonna make it? And then you feel like some neurotoxins just ease the pain. You're like, that's how.
Perfect. And then I look down and like there's like a little piece of coral that's like stuck in like my waistband. I'm like, where did that get there?
Yeah, exactly. So you don't feel the pain as you're running. You like everything feels a little numb now, but you're sprinting like nobody's business.
Staghorn, you always come through. Just take up even harder.
So you're about 100 meters out now when the footsteps start getting a little slower behind you. Do you look back?
How close?
It was about 15 feet away from you. Like
I could feel its breath originally.
Yeah. And by the time you look back, it's down. It's out.
Nice. I just whistle at pirates.
Okay.
And I'm like, let's scoop them up.
All right. Yeah. So, Tandem kind of looks to you, Frankie, and he says, "So this was his plan the whole time."
I don't know, man.
All right.
I rebutton my pants. I'm like, glad I didn't have to drop those. They have food in them. I was gonna let them loose. That was the next step.
Just go.
Drop trout.
Busting onto
Dude.
the ship. Underwear slides in. Someone give me a harpoon.
Fucking greased up somehow.
Yeah, has rollerblades on. What?
So a couple of Tandem says, "All right, I'm not going to do it. Somebody else has to go." And a couple of people head out. Maybe like 5 of them go out with some rope and like, I guess chain. So that they head out. They meet you. Do you head to the ship? Do you say anything to them? Some randoms. You don't really know them.
I just like high five them as we go. Like,
All right.
we did it.
They high five you back, and then they start like tying this dragon with stuff to try and like push it. It's knocked out. Like it you should probably check on it when it gets back to make sure it's not fucking dead. But like, you know, it's out for now.
Yeah.
You get back to the ship. Frankie, do you say anything to Jack? He does not have a shirt on. He lost his shirt. I guess you saw that.
I don't question it.
Right.
I'm like, nice job.
You can fly.
Yeah.
So the people start moving the dragon. Takes them a while. More go out. Like maybe 15 people are trying to move this dragon.
Standing on the ship going, heave! Heave! Until someone yells at me.
So like I think everybody's kind of like not relaxed, but like we're like, well, this is where we are for a minute. The feel of the like the mood of the ship is kind of neutral. You know what I mean? It's not bad yet. Nothing bad has happened really. But then you see some people are approaching from the track.
I'm just gonna start loading cannonballs into the cannons.
Without saying anything to anybody?
Oh, so I'm gonna start shooting at these people when they, right now, actually.
Tandem kind of looks and says, all right, just make sure you don't hitting me, my men.
Yep. I just start loading different cannons. Like, you want to give me some aid and kind of give some
All
boost?
right. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so yeah, you guys loaded the cannons out. There are maybe like 25 people on their way. You know, they're maybe 300 feet out from you guys, so about 200 feet from the dragon people.
How far can a cannon go?
you're good.
Cool. Shoot.
If you want.
Are you gonna use magic to like boost it?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right.
Teamwork. I got a 4.
All right, yeah. So like a volley of cannons goes over the dragon's head. Like the people like on the ground moving the dragon are like, oh shit! Like
4.
And then the cannons just like decimate the crowd, right?
Oh,
I don't know that they were prepared for a cannon volley.
they shouldn't approach the ship.
So the crew members work back and they get the dragon on board. It takes them a while, but you guys have time. So dragon gets on board, and it has to be on top. It won't fit like below deck.
I just sit next to it with a bowl full of all the rest of the treats. Just like,
All right.
well, if it wakes up.
All right, so you guys have about an hour, right? Who would get back first? You guys.
Them.
Yeah, D'vonne and Titus. So you guys are. It takes maybe half an hour of comfortable flying to get back to the island. When you get back, things seem pretty normal, but everybody is kind of watching you as you return with a flight of dragons.
So what I want to do as D'vonne is just kind of circle the island with the flock following me and have Titus go down and try and get someone to set up something for these dragons so I can work on something.
So the roost has enough room for a lot of them. At least, like, there are levels to the roost. You guys have always been just using the one because it's all you need, but there are more spaces for these dragons, not all of them. But you could probably get a lot of them at least, like, dragons naturally want to roost in a, like, tall location. If this is the only one they'll see, it's likely that a lot of them will at least temporarily, like, hang out here, but you still got about 3 that you might need to, like, just kind of tie to something for a little bit, or at least, like, either that or D'vonne is babysitting 3 dragons.
Well, maybe I should just go get food. Just throw food in all the roost areas. Just to
Yeah, go set up the roost for me.
run down and be like, we need all the meat we got.
So, Titus, you're gathering food. D'vonne, you're circling, let's say, because they'll follow you. You just need to keep them moving, right?
Yeah.
Titus, we'll say, like, you do that. It takes you some time, probably like 10 minutes, like, of time to get the food, get people to help you, and then put it in the right places, stock the roost. Then, D'vonne, somebody gives you a signal to go into the roost. Okay, so you go in the roost. It's Titus and a couple of crew members of just the headquarters, and the headquarters dudes, like, whoa, like they're when all the dragons fly in, they're kind of surprised, right? And the dragons like imagine like a redwood with a bunch of branches. Now imagine like a bunch of like eagles fly onto that like redwood all at once. You know what I mean? So now the whole thing is like filled with dragons, right? It's kind of like frightening in a way. Maybe even like to you guys, maybe even a little like, oh, like there are a lot of like really big, powerful things here right now. But they all start just chowing down. And maybe this is when you guys notice like they're definitely malnourished. Like even like the biggest ones like should be like either more muscular or have a little bit more fat on them. A couple of them are showing like straight like ribs, right? But they're, still like these things could still eat you, all of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they start just eating immediately, all of them. All of them are distracted. But yeah. So you guys start handling that situation. Back to you guys. That thing doesn't wake up. So you guys return to the docks, and the crew's waiting. They rig you guys up. Push the dragon off. And it takes like, you have to get upstairs. It's a whole thing, right? Like moving this dragon is going to be a whole process, but that's going to take a couple hours. Mm-hmm. Do you guys just start doing that stuff? There's work to be done now that all these dragons are here. Do you guys start doing that work, or do you guys go like talk to Mabel or anything like that?
First of all, I'm going to go talk to Tandem.
Okay.
Tell him the good news that the big pirate hunter's dead and that Frankie killed the shit out of him.
Okay. So, Titus, once the dragon situation has kind of calmed down, you head out and you go down to the docks, and Tandem's always at his ship, and you see Tandem, and He's actually doing some work. Like for what's in his life that you're seeing, he's actually like helping the crew with stuff. Do you call out to him or anything?
Yeah, I mean, like, tandem, I'm gonna take out the deputy badge that I got off of.
So he's like, Titus, what? And then he sees it, he's like, where'd you get that thing?
I got it off the lifeless corpse of Timir.
He like froze a brow, and he's like, no.
Yeah, Frankie got him.
Really?
Yeah, he was like threatening us, and like, you know, I was like ready to go. But Frankie, like in a second, was just on his neck, just stabbing.
Oh, I didn't think the girl had it in it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was cool as shit.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I had the deputy badge.
Yeah, and he's like looking it over. Then he asks, he's like, do you ever have any run-ins with him?
No, this is the first time I met him in person.
In all your 100 years?
No, I met him before, but I mean, you know, it's been a while.
He's right. And so yeah, I think Tandem starts like kind of nerding out about it almost like he's a little bit of a fan, but in like a I would kill you if I ever met you, but like you're pretty cool kind of way. You know what I mean? So yeah, while you guys nerd out about that, what are the rest of you up to? Like, because again, there's work to be done. Like, you guys all have stuff to do.
I could go talk to Mabel.
All right, so you guys are going to talk to Mabel?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, I think I was napping, and I was like, oh, and the dragon's gone. Like, I see it, like, halfway pulled up, so I'm like, oh, we're back. And then I just, like, take, like, a little nibble off of one of the trees. I'm like, gotta spruce up. I just walk off shirtless.
Without a shirt on. Jameson says, hey, Jack. He tosses you a shirt.
Oh, you're the best. I just put it on.
Yeah, it's a little big for you, but it fits. I mean, well enough. D'vonne.
Yeah, I'd say D'vonne is not going to Mabel. He's kind of leading the work for all these fucking dragons. Pretty much.
So D'vonne, you're doing that. Like you're kind of, and like maybe you get them to have more people because there's again kind of a big operation. The roost fits again most of them, but like this is still a little much. And while you're doing some work, maybe you're like feeding one of the dragons, kind of petting it, trying to get it to calm down. You hear a chirp, and like something pawing on your leg.
Oh shit, the baby.
Yeah,
I look down.
And the baby is just looking up at you. And it has like those like kind of not milky like in a blind way, but like milky like blue like ish eyes where like it doesn't have pupils, so it's kind of looking up at you, but you can't tell if it's like focused on you or anything. If that makes sense. A little creepy in a way. But he paws at you. Yeah.
Hey buddy, I'll pick him up.
Okay. So he like chirps at you again, like as you're picking him up, and then he starts like pawing at your shoulder.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Can I look him over?
Yeah.
Is he alright?
Yeah, he looks okay, maybe a little hungry.
Okay.
But he might just be being a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fine. I'll just hold on to him.
I was gonna say he probably like rests against you, like he likes the heat as soon as you're like holding him.
Yeah, baby him.
Okay. Frankie and Jack, you guys head down to Mabel's office, I'm assuming? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mabel's in his office, the door's open. He looks up at you guys as you enter. And he says, oh, you're back, how did it go?
Hey, bestie.
Well, we didn't really get a chance to race, but we got all their dragons.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd get the dragons, but I'm sorry you couldn't race.
Also may have accidentally killed the guy.
What? Well, casualties are, sometimes a byproduct of these missions.
It was the boss of the ring.
She killed the shit out of that guy, to be honest. There was one stab wound.
To be fair, he was threatening me and Titus. He was talking about bounties and shit, and that made me nervous. He was also talking about tying us up. I don't like to be tied up.
Hey, I believe you. I wasn't there.
Mabel just has his, face in his hands, just kind of, rubbing it a little bit. And he says, what happened? Are there any witnesses?
Technically 2, but pirates did it.
Pirates did it?
Yep, pirates did all of this.
He nods.
So, his right-hand woman or whatever, I'm pretty sure you guys must have scared the shit out of her. Because she was real cooperative. She had a chance to turn us in, and there was a lot of people there. I don't think we would have made it out, truthfully. And she didn't, and she came back and let us tie her up, and then I gave her a little dose, so she might not even remember anything. And then Orius also stopped by, which that was totally on accident. We gave him a little punch in the mouth, and then we tied him up too, and he said he'll cover for us. They both said they'll cover for us, so As right now, there are 2 witnesses to pirates doing all of this. A
Oh.
successful assassination attempt.
That might be the best version of that story that you could have told me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was nervous at first, and I lost my jacket, so if you could give me a new one of those, that'd be pretty cool.
He actually kind of quirks, like, and I brought the jacket, and then he says, well, I don't know that we can get you another one of those, and because it's your Cavalier jacket.
Just any jacket will do.
Mabel says, all right, we can get you something, obviously. We can talk about it later, but otherwise the mission was a success?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all up there, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it looked like they all landed and one's still sleeping, so.
Okay, great. And D'vonne is handling the, corralling?
I'd assume so.
All right.
I think him and Titus, because Titus wasn't with us either. I don't know.
All right. I'll send some more people up to make sure everything's all right. I'll see if D'vonne needs anything. Thank you both. You're both dismissed. And he goes to writing something, like something with a quill.
Sounds great. I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, when she walks out, I'm kind of like, yeah, Mabel, can we talk?
Mabel says, of course, you're not going to kill me, right? He's kidding. He's trying to make a joke with you.
I like pull out a knife. No. I just put it away.
I think Mabel kind of smiles, assuming it's a joke.
Yeah.
And then he says, yeah, of course. So yes, of course, Jack, what's wrong?
It's just the 2 of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I close the door. I'm like, look, mission went really well. On accident, honestly. We had a good plan, and then that went out the window really fast when that guy got killed. I don't know what transpired between us telling them that we were Cavaliers and me sending Titus and Frankie to go talk to him, but he ended up dead. But beyond that, we had a run-in with a dragon really early on when the dragons broke free, and D'vonne was able to start subduing it with, his magic dragon talk. It's impressive. And he had it fully under control. It was just him and I, and they were kind of off talking, Frankie and Titus. And look, maybe I missaw, but to me it seemed like a guy that professional wouldn't make the fuck up he made, and the dragon almost escaped, even though that was our whole job in the first place to be there. Now, I know we trust him. I trust him, honestly. He's kind of a killer when it comes to dragon riding, and I'm not nearly as good as he is, and he's definitely an asset. But I don't know, he said something about figuring out who he was or something like that, and I figure at a point there's questions to be had, and I didn't tell the rest of the group because I didn't want to cause any friction, because I know that we've had friction before. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page, so maybe you just want to talk to him, see what he was thinking. Because, I left it up to him, to be honest. It was one dragon. It's a nice dragon. It's good that we have it. But if we didn't, probably wouldn't have been the end of the world.
Do me a favor. Write up 2 reports for how the mission went. One of anything, all of the details that you are happy to share with me and anybody else who might read the report. And another that you only want me to read. B, of course, will also be privy to both reports, frankly. So keep that in mind.
Sounds good.
But I am hearing you. But I'd rather get this in writing just so I can understand perhaps some details.
Absolutely. I love paperwork. And I just gotta trot off.
Okay.
Parallels.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
So, yeah. Does anybody else want to do anything before you get, the characters break?
No, I do.
Yeah.
So, when Frankie comes out and starts, all the pirates are going to come out with drinks and give her drinks, and it's going to be a big pirate party.
Yeah.
That's
She's going to be a hero of the pirates.
Well, I was going to say, there's no way that, people aren't celebrating. Tandem, once you guys, get over the initial, oh my god, you tell everybody, and everybody knows who the fuck the guy is.
Actually, maybe there's a game of telephone, so the story keeps getting more and more over the top.
Yeah.
So
They have a shanty going, she had one good dagger and a quick draw hand.
yeah, so Frankie, maybe you walk out, maybe you're a little exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Have you killed people before?
I mean, not to that extent.
Not
Not like a one shot.
Yeah.
fucking dagger to the throat. Not like that.
So yeah, maybe like it kind of is dawning on you, like you killed that man, and he didn't even have a second to like come to terms with his morality.
Literally killed the shit out of that
Not
guy.
morality, with his mortality. Jeez, yeah.
He was unarmed too.
Yeah,
man.
I mean unarmed and like kind of like parlaying with you at least somewhat. So maybe it's kind of dawning on Frankie, like, wow, I just killed a man. Like,
Yeah.
not quite in cold blood, but like on that line. But then like a couple of like crew people, a couple of like women come up to you and they like put their arms around you and they're like singing a shanty about like somebody like pulling a gun and a sword out of like her back pockets and like shooting and then stabbing and then like killing this guy. It's a little confusing, but you think you get the gist, and everybody's singing it over on the ship, and they're kind of like dragging you towards the ship whether you like it or not.
All right, yeah, I'll go.
For sure. Yeah, so then a party ensues, we'll say. Tandem obviously is gone within a few hours, and, you know, everybody has a lot of fun. Everybody's invited, but it's mostly just pirates. And yeah, that's, I think, where we're going to stop for today. On a nice little fun party.
Good.
Thank you guys for listening so much. We'll be back next week with another episode.
Yeah, so if you like what we do here and you want to be, and you're like, oh, I wonder if they make like really cool items for other TTRPGs, mainly 5e, and you play D&D 5e, then look no further than Adavant's Armory, ADAVANS, at Adavant's Armory on everything. It's pretty sick, and Talon does like almost all of our art.
Yes, sir. Gremlin Frog art. There's 2 G's in there. Instagram and X.
And then me and my partner are doing a little like webcomic thing called Wisteria Falls. If you guys want to check us out, we're on Instagram at Wisteria_Falls. Yeah, come check it out. Thank you so much.
Dude, what are the vibes?
It's like, I pitch it as Gilmore Girls meets Gravity Falls meets like Charmed in a way from the 90s. So yeah, like it's a little like fun slice of life type thing.
I'd
Come
watch
check it
that.
out.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, watch the shit out of that.
watch the
Read
shit out of that.
shit out of that.
Yeah, I'm on it.
You know what? I am reading the shit out of it right now.
Dude,
Really, Kim?
He's gonna let each of us write a chapter.
Whoa, hold on. Wait,
Anywho, if you like us and you want to follow us on our socials, you can follow us at 5gems under trenchcoat on Instagram and TikTok, and at 5gems official on X and Blue Sky. And you can also find us on our website. We have a website now. You can check us out at 5gems under trenchcoat there too.
And if you really like what we're doing here, you're enjoying us, share the pod. Tell other people to listen to it. Tell your grandma to listen to it. Grandmas love us.
It's
and
true.
Jack loves grandmas. And even beyond that, though, if you want, we'd love if you guys leave reviews,
Comments.
comments, anything. And then also, if you really, really like us and you want to kind of support us a little bit, you can go over to our Ko-Fi and give us a little tip, so that way we could fund our energy drink addiction.
Yeah.
And that'll be all. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Thank you for listening to 5GMs in a Trench Coat. Be sure to follow us on social media at 5GMs in a Trench Coat on Instagram and TikTok, and at 5GMs Official on Twitter. If you like the episode, please rate us 5 stars and leave a little comment. And if you'd like to support us further, you can leave us a little tip on Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/5GMs in a Trench Coat. Thanks, and catch you in the next episode.